My name's Mike Duffy. I've been involved in the court reporting business since 2011. I started out as a certified legal video specialist and joined Bridges Court Reporting back in 2011, doing their in-house video and providing other support services along the way. So to back up a couple steps there, we started having trouble covering all the work we had with our stenographic court reporters. So we had, I want to say, half a dozen in-house reporters. We were out on the, banging on the doors of every independent contractor we could find in the Chicago area to try and cover our jobs, and we were just having trouble. We were turning down work, and we didn't want to do that anymore. So we were trying to come up with different ideas, and I did some research into the digital reporting industry, and this was around 2018, and the industry was starting, the solutions were starting to get better and better, to the point where we thought we could make a digital reporter provide a transcript that was almost the same as a steno reporter's transcript. That's been our goal all along, is to make sure our clients could not tell whether it was a digital reporter or a steno reporter that that provided the transcript. So we tried a couple different solutions, and from between 2018 and about 2020, we were using a solution that kind of worked. It had some issues. It was not being updated as, you know, Windows moved from Windows 10 to Windows 11 or Windows 8 to Windows 10. It was stuck in the past. They weren't putting any support into it, and that made me nervous. So as we moved into 2020, I started looking around again for another solution, because this one wasn't keeping up with the times. And that's when I started hearing about MAXScribe and started looking into what the MAXScribe had to offer. And what I saw was a fresh new solution that brought in a whole bunch of different things that we didn't have access to before. They were talking about having real-time streaming. Didn't have it at the time, but that's where they were headed. They had the ability to work with a number of different hardware setups, which a lot of the other digital reporting systems were not able to do. They would say you have to have this hardware to work with our software. So anytime you were looking to change to a different vendor, you have to get all new hardware, which was very expensive. Not to mention new software, which at the time, a lot of times is also expensive. I like the stenograph model, which was basically a pay-per-use. So the MAXScribe wasn't a big chunk up front. It was, as you used it, you paid for it. And I thought I liked that model. So those are the things that kind of brought me in and got me very interested in MAXScribe. Stenograph's team is very knowledgeable, very supportive, very customer focused. They asked lots of good questions about, you know, how is this working for you? What kind of improvements can we make? Oh, here's an improvement we made. What do you think? Here's something you didn't think of. Is this something that you think is useful? So there was a good back and forth as I was working with them and learning the software, and they were learning what we needed from the software. So I really appreciated that back and forth that we had.